Hey guys, let me show you how you can build a lead generation bot with Calendly, Slack, and other cool features. This is a step-by-step tutorial, so we'll divide this video into 4 sections. First one, setting up the welcome message and the different questions that will gather information. The Calendly blog, the account and configurations you have with it, the human takeover blog and the notifications to your team, and finally, the user's point of view of the bot. So the first step is to customize the welcome message with anything you want to greet the user with. You can start with a "Hi there, my name is Company X." If you want to get further, click on the button. And to this, add a GIF that will make things cooler. Now, we can start to create questions about the information we want to gather from our potential leads. We will start with a question block asking for the name of the user. To store the information, you'll recollect, create a variable for each question. In this case, the variable @name. Then add a message block greeting the user with the variable @name. This way, everything feels more human. Right after this, let's find out what's the name of the company we're talking to. So add a text block and write something like, "What's the name of your company?" Save the answer in a custom variable @company. Okay, we have their name and company name. Now, let's get some contact information. We can ask for their email with a question block and save it under @email. Okay, so now that we have some basic questions out of the way, we might need some detailed information about the project the client wants to start. So we'll set an open question block where he can express anything he wants. Save the variable under add project. If we want to know when the project is intended to start, we can add a buttons block right after the questions, asking for a specific date. Create buttons such as in 1 to 2 weeks, in 1 to 2 months, or I'm not sure. Let's save the variable under add date of start. Now that the questions are settled, let's give the user the possibility to talk to a real human. From the default option, create a buttons block asking something as, "Would you like to speak to a sales representative right now?" And add 2 answers as, "Yes, please," and "I'll prefer to schedule a meeting." Save the answers under the variable @contact choice. Then, from there, create a Calendly block right after the schedule a meeting answer. Create or connect an already existing Calendly account. The first step is to select the duration you want your meetings to last. If you prefer to give the option to the user, check the box Show All Events. This way, the user can select the duration of the meeting based on your schedule. You can now customize your invite message by writing it in the text box below. Write a custom name for your Book a Meeting button. It will appear right before the user chooses to schedule a meeting or not. Now, for the variables inside the block, you can set up your block in a way that it will store the user's information under the variable you choose. You can also create the variable that will store the event type, start time, and end time. When you're done, press apply. Now that the block is created, 2 outputs are displayed. The green one, which will be taken if the user books a meeting, and the red one, if he decides not to. Now, for the option to talk with a human. Let's create a human takeover block from the Yes Please path. In the block, you can select the agent you want to assign to the conversation, or let it randomly choose an online agent to answer. Press apply and you're done. To make these actions smoother, create a Slack notification block right after the human takeover block. This way, your agents will be notified when someone triggers the human takeover block, and you'll get a quick response time. Configure it with your chosen channel. This is where you'll receive the message. And customize the Slack message with something like, @name wants to chat with you. And the information you have from him as @company, @email, and @project. Now, create an email notification block. So your team will receive an email notifying that the lead wants to speak to them. Copy-paste the text you wrote on the Slack blog with all the information we have. This way, the mail will contain all of it. Right after this, create a buttons block indicates there are no agents online. In the text box, write something like, "No agents online. Want to schedule a meeting?" With the buttons, "Schedule a meeting" and "Thanks, but no." And now, you only have to link the Schedule a Meeting button to the Calendly block previously made, and the "Thanks, but no" button to a text message that can be something like, "Alright, thanks for your time, @name," ending the flow right there. Lastly, copy your Slack notification block and place it after your Calendly block. Just change the message a bit to something more fitting as, "@name has scheduled a meeting." Awesome. Now, let's see the bot in action. Save it, go to share, share with the link, and preview. Now, for the option to talk with a human. If the user books a meeting, so this is how you build a lead generation bot using Calendly. Let's oversee the whole flow and understand what we'll learn from it. First, with the question blocks, we got all the basics: name, company, email, and date. We gave two possibilities to the user: talk to a human or schedule a meeting. All of this straight from your bot. So that's it. Hope everything was clear, and I'll see you in the next one.